Hey guys, this is Hamon, and welcome back to Bytesize, the show where I review games that I have taken interest in. They have to be old, they have to be new, they just have to be something I'm interested in. And today, we're going to be actually talking about 3 games! Yes, it's the return of Quick Bites, and this time, the only thing that I believe they have in common is that they were all free at one point or another. So, yeah, we're just going to get started by talking about shopping together. This is essentially Supermarket Simulator, Grocery Store Simulator, any other supermarket-based game, just free. Yeah, that's literally it. You open a store, get the shopping done and all that, and that's it. Like, there's nothing really much else to say other than, the fact that the background is freaking makes you feel like you're in New York City. I was pretty sure I'm, not in the best settings, but it looked really good. And the other aspect in the mechanics is that while it is the same, there's one that they decided to add. You can play this multiplayer, and I don't mean not even just 4-player. You can play up to 16 people, and that is nuts to me. I would not imagine what you could do with even just 4 people. Sure, you have videos by Smitty and other folks and all that doing them, but it's I don't even know what to expect with this, because it's 16 people all at once, trying to run a grocery store and all that. That's gonna be madness. So, I would say check it out. I mean, it's free. There's not really much risks to it. It's you can even just play it by yourself if you want. It's like I said, it's essentially all the grocery store shopping simulators just free. So, there's no real risk. You can play it however you want, design the place however you want, unlock things at your own pace, all that kind of stuff, and it's incredible. So, would I recommend it? Yeah. The only caveat is it's a free game, so it's not going to be the best, and sure, some updates will come along that will improve it and all that, but no risk, no reward, I guess. So, I figured the next one to cover that I got for free would be Polybridge. Now, I know that there are sequels, and there's actually other versions of this same game, both on browser and available in store, including the Portal version. I'm just going to say this is a fun little game that you can just play around with and enjoy the crashes that will happen as you play. So, for those that haven't played this game, whether on mobile, or on browser, or on PC in general, Polybridge is essentially a material management simulation puzzle game, where the main objective is to get the car from the left to the right. And that's it. It doesn't matter how you do it, you just have to get it across. Now, as the levels progress, it becomes increasingly harder, giving you new situations that can involve making a drawbridge so a boat can pass under your bridge without issue and all that, and various other situations that you'll have to figure out. It's a nice little game. Graphic-wise, it's very simplistic. It's got that nice little It's got a nice little art style that kind of gives it that polygonal type of thing. Polybridge, obviously, but still, it's got a nice little art style to it that makes it seem more like a little children's game type of thing, which technically it is, but either way, the whole look of it is just nice and fun when you just enjoy the crashing and the such, and the possible drowning. But anyway, otherwise it is fine. Mechanic-wise, it's very simple. You just have to build out the bridge or drawbridge or however you want to build using wood and road and ropes and whatever materials they give you for each level. Or you can just free build in the level. I think it's the level editor one. It's a fun little game in that regard. And like I said, if you're playing the main campaign thing, you get increased difficulty, including situations where you'll have to build drawbridges and all that, and just have to figure out how to time it right, because not only do you get bridges and stuff, you'll also need to have situations where you're dealing with multiple vehicles. and trying to get them to where they need to go and where they need to land. And I know in the future ones, I think they start involving planes and such, so there's also that. So like, but either way, you're doing all that all while also trying to make sure you don't spend too much money, because you can spend a ton of cash trying to make sure your boat or car or whatever you're trying to get to the other side gets to the other side. But if you can't do any more, then that's it. So with all that said, I definitely would say check it out. Not sure if it's still free right now, but it's definitely something to check out either way. And lastly, we have Intravernus. Now, this game was temporarily free as a promotion for their sequel, Intravernus 2. And it's interesting, because the story is you're a ex, I guess, military or something that lost his brother to some very unwholesome people, in terms of how to put it. I mean, I could possibly say it outright, but I don't really want to possibly get in trouble for it, I guess. You know, like if YouTube or anyone like flags it for that reason. But, you know, they were just not very nice people for different reasons. And you decided to take revenge on them. And that's as much as I know so far. So here's the thing. This is essentially Hotline Miami, but with a Metal Gear Solid vibe. That is to say, you can go in and start shooting people up, but it's more effective if you take a more stealthy route. Like, knock people out, drag them away, do things without killing anyone per se. I mean, of course, like I said, you can go in guns blazing and all that, but that's not really the best path, because there's a lot of them and they're all willing to kill you. And they're very smart too, because it's not just like, oh, you killed this one guy in front of another and they're just gonna start shooting at you. No, they'll make noise and get other folks involved and all that. And if you were to say get caught by one temporarily, they will still go out and tell folks, hey, I heard something, be on the lookout type of deal. Which makes your job a whole lot harder. So it's a good idea to very, very consider of your pathing and all that, and of what weapons you use in terms of the approach to the mission and all that. Like, I was stuck for a long while trying to get through the second one. In fact, I even gave up on it, to be honest, because I was in the middle of the stream and I was wanting to check out other games during that time. So, yeah. But it's still a very interesting game. Graphic-wise as well, it is a pixelated game, kind of like Hotline Miami, thus why I gave it the comparison. And that's really it. I mean, it's very detailed otherwise. Like, everything on the ground, everything with the characters, it's very detailed despite being pixelated. And I love it for that. The mechanics, it's a top-down shooter type of deal, but again, Metal Gear Solid vibes, so you have to do things like be in the dark, use tranq darts, shoot with silenced pistols, drag bodies away if you can. You know, all kinds of stuff that, you know, to help you avoid being caught and shot to death. So with all that said, I also recommend this game. It's very good. And like all these games that I've been talking about, they're all on Steam, whether for free or for the price that is following with it, and they're available on the following consoles and such. And yeah, that's it. Like, I could go into more detail, but that's really it. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video of quick bites. And yeah, if you want to see me do more stuff like this, like more quick bites and maybe more looking into more niche games and all that, I stream often on Twitch, and on the weekends I'm making it that I am checking out games like this that are very niche or have not been in the light for a while, you know, for the fun of it and all that, because I have these games in my library, and it's like, sure, and some of these games I haven't even touched for any reason, so it makes sense that I just, you know, check them out at some point. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you during streams. But until then, I'll see you next time. Bye!